Welcome to Bedtime Astronomy. Explore the wonders of the cosmos with our soothing Bedtime Astronomy podcast. Each episode offers a gentle journey through the stars, planets, and beyond, perfect for unwinding after a long day. Let's travel through the mysteries of the universe as you drift off into a peaceful slumber under the night sky. Star evolution. The stellar nursery. Birth in a nebula. Our journey begins within vast clouds of gas and dust called nebulae. Imagine these as colossal cosmic nurseries, swirling with the raw ingredients for star formation. The primary players in this celestial drama are hydrogen, the lightest and most abundant element in the universe, and helium, its slightly heavier companion. These elements, along with trace amounts of heavier ones, mingle freely within the nebula. But the nebula isn't a static entity. Gravity, the invisible force that tugs everything with mass towards each other, plays a crucial role. Within the vast expanse of the nebula, denser pockets of gas and dust can begin to collapse under their own gravity. External factors like shockwaves from exploding stars can also trigger this collapse, further compressing these pockets. As they contract, these regions heat up due to the increasing pressure. This internal furnace eventually reaches a critical point where it becomes hot and dense enough for a spectacular event to occur. Nuclear fusion ignites at the core, marking the birth of a star. The main sequence star, shining brilliantly. The ignition of nuclear fusion is a pivotal moment in a star's life. Within the newly formed star's core, hydrogen atoms are no longer simply floating around. They're undergoing a remarkable transformation. Through a process called nuclear fusion, four hydrogen atoms are fused together to form a single helium atom. This fusion reaction releases tremendous energy in the form of light and heat, the very essence of a star's brilliance. This phase of a star's life, fueled by the steady fusion of hydrogen in its core, is known as the main sequence. It's the most stable and longest-lasting period in a star's existence. Imagine it as the prime of a star's life, where it shines steadily, radiating its energy into the surrounding space. The duration of a star's main sequence stay depends on a key factor: its mass. Here's an analogy. Think of a giant bonfire compared to a carefully tended campfire. The bigger the fire, the quicker it consumes its fuel. Massive stars, with their immense reserves of hydrogen, are like those raging bonfires, burning through their fuel at a much faster rate than their smaller counterparts. Smaller stars like our Sun, on the other hand, are the meticulously maintained campfires, burning efficiently and lasting for billions of years on the main sequence. The turning point: running out of fuel. Even the most magnificent fireworks display eventually fades. Similarly, a star's seemingly endless main sequence existence isn't forever. As a star ages on the main sequence, a crucial change is slowly taking place within its core. The relentless process of nuclear fusion is gradually depleting its reserves of hydrogen fuel. Imagine a giant vat of hydrogen slowly emptying over time. Eventually, a critical point is reached. The core runs out of hydrogen to fuse. This depletion of core hydrogen marks a major turning point in a star's life and triggers a series of dramatic changes in its structure and evolution. The star can no longer sustain its stable existence on the main sequence and must embark on the next chapter of its story, a chapter filled with upheaval and transformation. The stellar transformation. Beyond the main sequence. With the exhaustion of core hydrogen, the star's story takes a dramatic turn. The lack of readily available fuel for fusion in the core disrupts the star's delicate balance. As the core contracts further due to gravity, a surprising phenomenon occurs. The outer layers of the star, no longer held in check by the outward pressure from the core, begin to expand and cool. This expansion creates a dramatic change in the star's overall size and appearance. The path a star takes after the main sequence depends heavily on its initial mass. Stars like our Sun, with masses less than about 8 times the Sun's mass, follow a specific evolutionary path. As their outer layers expand and cool, their surfaces take on a reddish hue, earning them the name red giants. These red giants can be hundreds or even thousands of times larger than the star was on the main sequence. Imagine our Sun, a relatively small star, inflating to the size of the Earth's orbit. In contrast, stars with masses exceeding 8 solar masses take a more spectacular and turbulent route. These heavyweight stars, having burned through their hydrogen fuel much faster, undergo even more extreme transformations. Some become supergiants, colossal burning furnaces that can be tens of thousands of times larger than the Sun. Others evolve into blue giants, stars with incredibly hot, blue-white surfaces. And in the most extreme cases, these massive stars can transform into hypergiants, the true giants of the stellar world, dwarfing even supergiants in size and luminosity. The fate of lower-mass stars. Planetary nebulae and white dwarfs. For stars like our Sun, the red giant phase is just one act in a fascinating stellar drama. As the core continues to contract, it reaches a temperature high enough to ignite the fusion of helium into carbon. However, this helium fusion is a much less efficient process than hydrogen fusion. The outer layers of the red giant, no longer receiving a steady stream of energy from the core, become unstable and are eventually expelled into space. This expelled material forms a beautiful and colorful phenomenon known as a planetary nebula. Planetary nebulae come in a variety of shapes and sizes, often resembling rings, bubbles, or even butterfly wings. The expelled gas and dust are enriched with heavier elements forged within the star, which can later become the building blocks of new stars and planetary systems. After the expulsion of the outer layers, a hot, exposed core remains. A white dwarf. A white dwarf is a stellar remnant, the leftover ember from the star's once powerful core. Despite its small size, a white dwarf is incredibly dense. Imagine squeezing the Sun's mass into a sphere the size of Earth. White dwarfs are slowly cooling down over billions of years, eventually becoming faint, dark objects known as black dwarfs. The explosive farewell. The fury of supernovae. Massive stars, with their immense reserves of fuel and gravity, face a far more dramatic and explosive destiny compared to their lower mass counterparts. When their core hydrogen is depleted, The intense pressure that once held the outer layers in balance can no longer withstand the inward pull of gravity. This imbalance triggers a catastrophic event that shakes the very foundation of the star: a supernova. A supernova is a colossal stellar explosion, a cosmic fireworks display unlike any other. In a matter of seconds, a massive star can release more energy than it has radiated throughout its entire main sequence existence. The explosion can briefly outshine an entire galaxy, spewing vast amounts of material and heavier elements like oxygen, silicon, and iron into the interstellar medium. These elements become the raw ingredients for the formation of future generations of stars and planets. The destructive power of a supernova can also have a profound impact on its surroundings. The shockwave from the explosion can trigger the formation of new stars and nearby nebulae, while the ejected material can enrich the interstellar medium, paving the way for the creation of more complex solar systems. Supernovae are not just stellar destroyers. They are also the architects of the rich tapestry of elements that make up our universe. The stellar aftermath: neutron stars and black holes. The fate of a massive star after a supernova depends on the core remnant left behind. This remnant, incredibly dense and hot, is the heart of the former star, compacted by the immense forces of the explosion. The path this remnant takes depends on its mass. If the core remnant is less than about 3 times the Sun's mass, it collapses further under its own gravity. The immense pressure forces electrons and protons within the core to combine, forming neutrons. This stellar metamorphosis results in the birth of a neutron star, an incredibly compact object with a mind-boggling density. Imagine cramming the mass of our Sun into a sphere just 20 kilometers in diameter. Neutron stars are the densest objects known in the universe, spinning at incredible speeds and emitting powerful beams of radiation. Beyond the collapse: black holes, the point of no return. For core remnants exceeding 3 solar masses, the story takes an even more dramatic turn. Gravity within the remnant becomes so powerful that not even the outward pressure of tightly packed neutrons can withstand it. This relentless inward pull leads to the formation of a black hole, a region of spacetime with such intense gravity that not even light can escape its grasp. A black hole isn't a giant celestial vacuum cleaner sucking in everything around it. Instead, it's a point of singularity, a place where the known laws of physics break down. The boundary of this region, where the escape velocity exceeds the speed of light, is called the event horizon. Crossing the event horizon is a one-way trip. Anything that ventures beyond this point is forever lost to the crushing gravity of the black hole. The stellar legacy: elements for new life. Whether it becomes a white dwarf, a neutron star, or a black hole, the stellar remnant marks the end of an individual star's life. However, the story doesn't end there. The journey of the ejected material from stars, particularly from supernovae and stellar winds of massive stars, plays a crucial role in the ongoing story of the cosmos. These stellar ejections enrich the interstellar medium, the vast expanse of gas and dust between stars. They not only replenish the medium with hydrogen and helium, but also contribute heavier elements like carbon, oxygen, iron, and even gold. These elements are the building blocks for the formation of new stars and planetary systems. In essence, stars act as cosmic recyclers, returning enriched material that may one day form new worlds and potentially even life. The stellar connection. We are stardust. The breathtaking beauty of the night sky, adorned with a myriad of twinkling stars, holds a deeper significance. The very elements that make up our bodies, the planet itself, and even the air we breathe were forged in the hearts of stars. Stars are not just distant celestial objects. They are the very furnaces that cook the elements necessary for life as we know it. By studying the evolution of stars, we gain a profound understanding of the universe's grand narrative. From the birth of stars in stellar nurseries to their dramatic transformations and eventual demise, we learn about the delicate balance of forces that governs the cosmos. We also discover our own place within this vast cosmic tapestry, realizing that we are truly made of stardust, a testament to the ongoing cycle of creation and transformation in the universe.